really excited to show this. I remember growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s. This was like the most fun thing ever. They invented Pokemon and the TV show came out, and then they came out with cards, and we all just used to go to the card shop and get packs of cards and pull Pokemon, and it was so fun. I remember thinking Bulbasaur was the coolest starter of all the Pokemon pictures. Squirtle's the valuable one now. My older brother really liked Charmander. I always thought the Pikachu looked ridiculous. He was so fat, but they made a second Pikachu with the jungle set. And just seeing these again is just amazing. Out of pulling cards our whole time, we actually ended up drawing every single holographic Pokemon, which was so fun, the original Pokemon. And with these cards, I can remember basically where I was when I pulled a lot of them. So I remember I pulled this Blastoise, I pulled Alakazam, I pulled Mewtwo, I pulled Gengar. Michael pulled the Charizard. He pulled the Dragonite, which was kind of perfect for him because he pulled his kind of two favorites, and he was so excited. He pulled this one at Andy Kim's house, actually. It was kind of a funny story. I remember pulling this one in Iowa. I pulled Zapdos, and I was so excited, and I ran outside and said, "Michael, look what I pulled." And he was near his cousin, so he pretended he was too cool, and he said, "Oh, real cool, Steven." I was like, "Yeah, right, you know, this is awesome." Got Snorlax. I will say, this is the one card I never pulled. I always wanted a Venusaur, but never got one. But it was so fun to pull the legendary birds. We pulled like 15 Moltres, I swear, it was so many. We finally got an Articuno and was celebrated for like 2 days. The water Pokemon were always some of the coolest cards. Gyarados was amazing. Raichu was my favorite Pokemon growing up. This was another card, Jolteon, I never pulled and really desperately wanted it. We pulled like 15 Vaporeons. I remember pulling Nidoqueen a lot too. So fun to see all the jungles, all the fossil Pokemons. We pulled a lot of Hitmonlees as well, Kabutops. I didn't really realize what the Pokemon packs were when I was younger, so sometimes I was picking up base set packs, sometimes I was picking up jungle packs, sometimes I was picking up fossil, and I didn't, you know, it was before the internet, so you didn't really understand what you were doing as like a fourth grader. You were just picking a random pack thinking you could pull a Charizard every time. We figured it out eventually. Some of the cards had two holos like Magneton. There's another Magneton. Here's all the rares. I sent a Dragonair to the inventor of Pokemon to try to get him to sign it. We'll see if he ends up doing that. Probably not. Machamp, this was the starter Pokemon for every kid, which was really fun. And then they started giving away promo cards for the movies. So this was one of the promo cards. We loved going to the movies. It was like the most magical event of the year. And then I kind of got out of Pokemon and then got back into it. We always played the Game Boy games, so blue, red, and yellow, and then gold and silver came back out and we would do it. And I went to the stores again and would buy some packs, and they were just so new that it was just the Japanese ones. But I remember where I was when I pulled this card. I was like, I did it! And I loved playing gold and silver in the car all day long and just trying to catch the legendary dogs, so it was really fun that I had that. And these were two promo cards for the movie, Ancient Mew and the Entei. And Typhlosion, one of the classic starter Pokemon of Gen 2. And we have completed our Pokedex of holos. Gotta catch them all.